to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of every millstone, pushing this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, the scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a quick sit-down lesson. Well, outside today, right by the lake, chilling, you know. But this is a outside lesson that I'm about to do today in the news in regards to increase in an update of the nations rising against nations on this July the 7th, 2022 at 1:23 p.m. Central Standard Time on this Thursday afternoon. And the highlight of this news article, it reads from AFP and MSN.com. It was about 3 hours ago, and the highlight of this news article, and it reads, fresh clashes in DR Congo as rebels dash ceasefire hopes. It says fresh clashes between the M23 rebels and soldiers erupt in eastern Congo. On Thursday, the official says the military declared that it was not bound for a ceasefire, right? And it goes back into when they shall say peace and safety. Then Southern scripture come upon them. That roughly paraphrase scripture to that in regards to that situation, in regards to the ceasefire stuff. And it says the M23 spokesperson Willie Nabar told the AFP that the deal broke between Congolese and I believe I did a video on this in regards to that about like almost close about a week and a half ago between the Congolese and Rwanda, right? And I'm gonna read it again. It says the M23 spokesperson Willie Nagarma told the AFP that the deal broke between the Congolese and the Rwanda president and the Angola on Wednesday was relevant. We are Congolese and not Rwanda. He said if there's a ceasefire, it could be only one between us and the Congolese government. Talks between the government, Democratic Republic Congo leader Felix Tshisekedi, if I pronounce his name right, and Rwanda's Paul Kagame in Angola on Wednesday initially raised the prospect of a ceasefire between the M23 and the Congolese government. Violence between the most Congolese Tutsis rebels and the DRC's arms has flared in recent weeks. And it says the DR has reportedly accused neighboring Wakanda of backfiring the M23 as a charge to the small Central Africa country has also denied. It says the M23 announced on Thursday that it was not bound by the ceasefire came after the clashes between its fighters and Congolese troops broke out in the territorial of Congo's North KIVU province in the morning. It says the Congolese army commanded accusing rebels of attacking military positions in the area of violence of the ceasefire. However, the M23 denied the claim of accused the army of starting hostilities. The M23 or the March 23 movement first led to a premise which is briefly captured in the eastern Congolese of Goma in 2012, let's say, before it was driven out in a joint UN Congolese offense. It says after lying about Germany for years, the group resumed fighting last November after accusing the Congolese government of failing to honor an agreement to incorporate its fighters into the area. Among the issues, it says fierce fighting has been since the rebels made significant advance in eastern Congo last month. The M23 fighters captured the strategic town of Bogana on the Congolese-Uganda border. And it says ceasefires, yeah, because both of these two countries, both the Hamites, you got Jake scattered amongst them as well too. Continuing on with the reading, it says the M23 clashes have plunged relations between the DRC and Rwanda to its lowest point in years. It says the relationships between the two countries have already long began screening since the mass arrival of the Eastern Democratic Congo of Rwanda. A hood is accused of slaughtering of Tutsis during the 1994 Rwanda genocide. And it says both countries have in recent weeks accused the others carrying out cross-border shellings, triggering an international appealing for calm. On Wednesday, Congo leader Tashik Kadifar, if I pronounce his name right, I couldn't fully pronounce his last name. It says met with Rwanda's Kongem of the or I can't pronounce that, capital of Angolan capital of Luanda for talks meditate by Angolan President Jolo Lauren as the request of African Union. We have agreed on a ceasefire amongst the measures, Lorena said at the end of the mini summit. And it says the DRC Rwanda agrees amongst the things to roadmap towards normalcy, diplomatic ties, including through ending the hostilities involving the M23 and the Democratic Forces from the Liberations of Rwanda, the FDLR. It says the most ethnic Rwanda Hutu groups, active in Eastern Democratic Congo. It says the vast minor-rich DRCs is struggling to contain dozens of army groups in its volatile East, which are a legacy of two. It says regional wars a quarter of a century ago. So yeah, you know they've been having clashes between a long time, ever since the 1994 Rwanda genocide. So you know these two have been clashing for a very long time. You know, so it's some history between these two. You know, for a very long time. So you know, as I was reading about, you know, some parts of it they had some to an agreement between the clashes of the two different groups, and then on the other side as well too, it's not like a fully agreement of the ceasefire between the M23 group, the M23 movement group, from what I heard as I was reading through the article, along with the Rwanda soldiers. You know, so they're trying to come to some type of an agreement on both sides, from the Rwanda side and the Democratic Republic of Congo as well too, on both sides, both representations of both countries. You know, with the cross-border conflict. So it been going on for about like 2 or 3 weeks now. So because I did a video on it. And then now it's basically like another update on it, because they was trying to come to some type of agreement to ease the tensions down or whatever, but it seems like that still might not be the case. It's not like 100% fully agreement on both sides, you know. So that goes into once again, the nations going against nations definitely been increasing even more and more around the world globally in the last days, you know. So yeah, that's in Matthews. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. And verse 7, in regards to the news article that I just brought out, Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, because you're gonna see the increase, like I've always been mentioning in my videos. You know, what the intense increase with the nations and different kingdoms going against one another, and it's increasing more than ever. You know, around the world. You know. You're gonna have divisions and different type of clashes between the nations and different kingdoms as well too. You know, especially like in the Middle East, tensions have been increasing now more than ever, and it's gonna intensify and increase more and more. You know, especially in the Middle East. You know, so these nations and different kingdoms is gonna consistently going to continue to clash with one another, which is common. We so used to hearing about it, but it's going to intensify and increase more and more than ever, you know, in the last days, you know. So with that, I hope this quick little sit down outside lesson was edifying for today on this July the 7th, 2022, on this Thursday afternoon at 1:34 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so with that, once again, hope this was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of the Hawaii Outshot. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of great millstone, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truly and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and above.